We've got a lot of people that are talking about the fall camp for University of Tennessee Volunteers. Now, let me tell you something. I am quite happy with this quarterback situation that we've got going on right now. You've got three quarterbacks that are challenging for QB1. Now, if Nico Iamaleava was still at Tennessee, we wouldn't have that. And you saw what he did last year. Seriously, you saw what he did last year. We didn't score for so many quarters throughout the year. We were not as effective when it came to our offense as we could have been, and that was not a Josh Heupel offense. Yes, we made it to the college football playoffs. Yes, we were one of the best teams in the nation. But let me tell you something. When you've got a quarterback that is that egotistical, basically. I mean, the man, I've heard people talking about how he was not part of the team. He was a loner. That's not what a quarterback's supposed to be. So now that we have Joey Aguilar, George Merklinger, and yes, I'm calling him Merkslinger. I know his name's Merklinger, but Merkslinger is just a better name for a quarterback. Those two competing for QB1 is going to make Tennessee a better team. So let's talk about how. And also hit like and subscribe if you like this kind of content.
Hey folks, this is Paul with Redneck Sports. I want to thank you for viewing my video. And I want to give you one thought process. There was a famous coach at University of Tennessee by the name of General Robert Neyland. He had 6 maxims, but number 2 maxim is what everybody should apply to their life. Play for and make the breaks. When one comes your way, score. That's how to live your life right there.
Now, we've got a guy in Joey Aguilar who, yes, 2 years of double-digit interceptions. But he was at App State. Decent coaching, but they had their first losing season in forever. Not because of the quarterback. I think part of it was because of what happened with the hurricane. Part of it was the simple fact of that the coaching staff just were trying to rest on the laurels of what App State was. And he wasn't given the chance. But his numbers show that he was a great gunslinger. Okay, yes, he made mistakes, but he had a worse offensive line. Even with what Tennessee had last year with the offensive line, he had a worse one. He faced a different quality of defenses, but he still faced some tough defenses. South Alabama was an interesting game if you did not get to see the App State South Alabama game. This shows that he has the ability, but he hadn't been in the right environment yet. And Josh Heupel creates a offensive environment that plays on the strengths and weaknesses of his team. Now, George Merklinger, he's somebody who hasn't had that opportunity yet, but he is growing. People are talking about him in a way that's got, he should have been already talked about, but he was being put out of the spotlight because of Nico Iamaleava. And Nico Iamaleava was what he was. He's got that opportunity to shine now. He's seen what is needed from a quarterback. He also seen what's not needed from a quarterback. And so he's got that opportunity to be something a little bit better. And he showed in spring camp that he is willing to fight for it. And he is showing that he's willing to fight for it now. That shows the kind of leadership and qualities that we need out of a quarterback. Iamaleava leaving gave him that opportunity. But there is one thing that we've got to talk about here. The biggest problem that I am seeing out of our offense from last year, past the Nico Iamaleava not being able to do much of anything, is the fact that we need a better O-line. And hey, Josh Heupel knows what a good O line is supposed to be able to do for a quarterback. So he's made changes. This is what, depending on whether he got the O line that he wants, this is going to show how good that Merkslinger or Aguilar can be in any competitive game. And we have a lot of them. We're starting out hardcore. Now, mind you, you know, Heupel disassembles ACC teams. You saw what he did against Clemson, Pitt, both of them. 2023 season, Pitt was the incoming ACC champion. He beat them. It was a hard game, but he beat them with a quarterback that people go, well, he was less than Joey Milton or Milton. Joey Milton. Milton was a good quarterback. He wasn't a great quarterback, but we had the kind of quarterback that could handle what was needed, and we beat them at Pitt. We then go to the Orange Bowl, play against Clemson, who had just become the ACC champions, and we disassembled them there. This is why a good O line is needed, because we need to give both either Merkslinger or Aguilar the opportunity to do what is needed. And it might be to pass the ball to, or just to hand off the ball to a running back. It could be that we need to sling it. I think with Aguilar, we've got somebody who can make exciting plays at the right time because he's willing to do it. Merklinger learned what not to do last year and what to do, so he's indoctrinated into the Heupel scheme. Both of these men need that O line to be able to give them that opportunity to do what is needed. And that is the biggest need this season. I'm not worried about the quarterbacks. It's that O line. Were they able to get the O line back to where it needs to be at? We have the defense with Tim Banks. Now we need an O line that can handle being an O line in the SEC. Now, I'm not worried about the Tennessee Volunteers this year. Honestly, I think they're only going to win 9 games. I'm not worried about that. A 9-win season's not going to scare me. Could we still be competing for a college football playoff spot? Yeah, I think we can be. But we're going to the Bryant-Dennehy Stadium. Georgia is, well, Georgia. Kirby Smart is, not going to have a team that isn't going to be competitive. And then you've got to go to Florida. You've got to go to the Swamp. That right there is not going to be an easy battle. I think those three games are going to be the defining bit to our season. If we can finally win in the Swamp again, especially if Lagway is healthy, we've proven that we deserve to be in the college football playoff. If we can go down and beat Kalen DeBoer at Bryant Dennehy Stadium on the Saban Field, yes, that shows that we should be in the college football playoff. Both those teams are going to be scary, especially when we're playing them at home, at their home. The Swamp is never a good place to have to play, and neither is Bryant Dennehy Stadium. Tuscaloosa is a very hostile environment. But then you've got Kirby Smart. And let me tell you something. Yes, Josh Heupel wants to beat Kirby Smart. Why? Not because he has any personal vendetta against Smart, but because we finally need to get to the point that we can beat Georgia. This may be the year to do it. We don't know. But since they're going to be at Neyland Stadium, it's Neyland Stadium. we've got one heck of a game to have to put out to be able to beat Georgia. So we need either Merklinger or Aguilar to step up. And they've got to bring their A game in all three of those games. So we'll see. I'm not worried about this year. I don't think it's going to be it's going to be a dud season. No, it's going to we're still going to bowl game. We're still going to go out there and play Heupel football. This is what Tennessee needed, and thank God we've got it. This has been Paul with Redneck Sports. Hey guys, also hit like and subscribe. Y'all have a good day now. Bye.
I want to thank you for watching my video. And if you like what you saw, like, subscribe, and comment. Y'all have a good day now.